What up, y'all? This is B-Boy Tex for the Federation. I'm gonna try out this new video blog thing. Figured it'd be a little bit easier to, have some visual aids to talk about some of the topics that we want to cover, and it's more fun than reading a big, long, boring blog post. But it's still gonna be on the blog, so you have to go there and watch it anyway. So, check them out. We're gonna try and do more. We're gonna try and keep it fun and entertaining for everyone, and cover all the topics that we want to talk about. So let's get right into it. So the first thing we want to talk about today is the brackets, how we set up the brackets for the Federation. This is our third season. We've had a different bracket system each year, and it's sort of been an evolution each year to make it a little bit better. So just a little back history. The first year, we had everyone battle everyone a handful of times. I think it was 2 or 3 times, and then we ended up taking the top 8 in the finals. That's a really cool, really fair way to do it. The only drawback is it made the jams really long and kind of boring at times, and so we want to try and keep it really exciting, really competitive. We want the crews to have a lot of fun. We want the spectators to have a lot of fun watching it. So what we did year 2 is we came back and we said, let's make a bracket system, okay, like World Cup, okay, and we said, let's rank our crews before, sort of like a preseason ranking. So we took a strong crew, a medium crew, and a weak crew, put them in a bracket, made them battle each other twice, and then made cuts and reordered it again based on points. That was much better, I felt, than the first year. The battles were much more exciting, they were much more entertaining. The crews are much more aggressive on wanting to win and get out of their bracket. The only downside is that not everyone got to battle everyone, so depending on which bracket you were put in, it could have been more difficult for you to battle in that bracket. It's considered a lot easier, so it's not quite as fair. So we decided to evolve that system again. This year we have 3 brackets again with 4 crews each, a stronger crew, a weaker crew, and 2 mediums. That's how we started it, that's how the first round went. We kept the stronger crew from battling the weaker crew because, it would be a little too one-sided that way. And we want the crews to have the best chance possible to advance into the next bracket without being unfair. So what we've done for February is change the brackets up again a little bit, and we've tried to make it so that some of the crews that don't have as many points sort of have a second chance. There's a bunch of crews that are in the middle, 3-4 points, 2-3 point area, and we want to give them the chance to advance into the next bracket. Meanwhile, the crews that are at the upper end of the point spectrum, 6 points, 5 points, some of the 4-point crews, we want you guys to get a little bit more competitive because you still need to put points up on the board because there's going to be cuts every month here on out. So I know it seems a little confusing. What we're trying to do though is make our battles more competitive. We want you guys to be trying so that it's not a crew with 9 points trying to battle a crew with 0 points. We want you guys to understand that every point counts from here on out, and that you guys need to be really aggressive and really competitive to try and put those points up and advance to the next bracket. So that's sort of the layout of this year's system. It may change in the future. We're always trying new things to see how it works, if it makes everything better or not. Scoring. So here's how we score the jams. There's 3 judges each jam. We're going to try and switch the judges out every single jam so it's fair. What the judges are looking for is what most B-Boy judges are looking for: originality, cleanliness, dance on beat, be aggressive. Are you controlling the battle? Are you winning your battle? What the judges are going to do is it's 1 point per judge, no ties. So there's a maximum of 6 points if you win both your battles each jam that you can get. If not, it is possible for you to win, but for the judge to give 2 points to one crew, and 1 point to another crew. That's great, but it doesn't give you the points that you really need to advance because the crews are also getting points. So keep that in mind when you're battling. Talking about that, I want to see the crews get really aggressive this time around because of that, because a lot of the points are really close. I mean, you're only battling twice in one night. You guys should have plenty of stuff that you should be throwing your best stuff out to win. You guys should be trying for the 3-0 win instead of just the 2-1 win or whatever it's going to take. I want to see the crews get really aggressive, be dominant, control the battle, show up, kill it, try and advance to the next round because we're trying to send the best crew out of state, not the crew that's doing the bare minimum to advance. So moving on from that, let's talk about routines. So this year is the first year we've required the crews to do routines. Here's why. If you compete anywhere out of state, out of country, even within the state, you need to have routines to be competitive. Having 3 amazing dancers on a squad is great, but you get into the top 8, you get into the top 4. If you don't have routines, it's going to be really difficult for you to win that battle. Also, we're trying to send the best crew somewhere, which means that we're trying to send a group of people who practice together, you know, who train together, who enter together, rather than just sending 3 individuals somewhere. So the routines make it so that you guys have to get together to practice at least a few times, you know, before each battle. And you know, we're hoping that that'll kind of show. You'll see the crews that are putting the time into making their routines good and advancing, you know, through the league that way. Also, talking about the routines, a routine is not a guaranteed win on a round. Your routine is held up to the same criteria that the judges are looking for everything else. If your choreo is off, if you crash, if the routine is on and the solo round crashes, that's going to count as a crash in the judge's eyes. So be aware of that. Make sure that your routines are as on point as your individual rounds, because a routine doesn't always beat a solo round. If your routine is trash, you know, and someone's solo round is really good, then you can expect the judges to score that accordingly. So always remember that the routine's got to be just as clean as your solo round. You got to be just as aggressive, just as creative, you know, and kill it. All right, so kind of quick and easy going through everything. If you guys have any questions, hit up me, hit up Monkey, ask us why we're judging this way, ask us about the bracket. If you have suggestions, email me on things that, you know, you think could help make it better. What we want is for the battles to be as exciting as possible. I want competitive battles. I want the crews to try and kill it. I want the crowd to have a good time watching it. I don't want to take too long, so that, you know, we have plenty of time to cipher and get through the other stuff we want to get through. So we're going to do more of these blogs. We have lots of cool announcements coming up. Make sure you check out the website. Make sure you check out the YouTube page for footage. Check out the blog. Do all of that. Check out our sponsors. You know, support them, visit them, suggest sponsors if you have them. We're always down to work with other people. And yeah, drop us a line if you have any questions. All right? We'll see you at the next jam, February 4th. Peace.